Who will be the comeback player of the year in the American League? I have 3 suggestions. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And as I said in the open today, we'll be looking at my 3 suggestions for who could be the American League comeback player of the year for the year of 2022. So, let me know your thoughts and theories on who it could be down in the comment section below. And let's get into it, beginning with number 3. Now, the first player up on my list is Gary Sanchez, now of the Minnesota Twins. I think that getting out of New York, Gary Sanchez is going to find himself really bouncing into a situation in Minnesota where he's going to be able to focus on what he does best, or what he did best for the beginning part of his career, and that's be a hitter. I think that going to Minnesota, they're not going to really rely on him to be a stalwart defensive catcher. They know that he has a potential bat to really carry that lineup. And I think that going into this 2022 campaign, Gary Sanchez will find himself placing more so in the DH role than in the catching role, but having a bounce-back type season. This type of player is capable of getting out of the big media spotlight that is in New York, especially with all the pressure that has been weighing on him for all of these years amongst a split fan base, whether or not he was worth the effort and the time that the Yankees are putting into him or not. Now going to Minnesota, he's going to be able to relax a bit and just get comfortable swinging the bat. Once again, Gary Sanchez has an opportunity to be the 2022 AL Comeback Player of the Year. As we look at the second player on my list, it is that of the newest Boston Red Sox, Trevor Story. I think that while Trevor Story has had a very up and down career in terms of what people see from him being a Colorado Rocky for his entire career thus far, that to me is going to be where we see a big bounce back and a turn in favor of Trevor Story. Yes, there was questions with injury concerns and things of that nature, but I think going into this new campaign, playing second base, which is going to help him get back to being an elite level defender that we saw him be for the Colorado Rockies prior to his arm issues of last season, Trevor Story will absolutely 1000% in my mind get back to being an elite level defender as well as being an above average offensive player. I think that in that side of that Boston Red Sox lineup, this is going to be a player that absolutely will be able to get back to being viewed as one of the best hitters in all of baseball. I think there's an opportunity for Trevor going into this 2022 campaign to kind of fall in to the middle to lower half of that Red Sox lineup, take some pressure off, and allow him to just go out and play his game. I think that when you look at what he's going to be able to provide the Boston Red Sox, is going to be stability from a position that has been in a bit of an uproar and a bit unsettled since the retirement of Dustin Pedroia. I think that Trevor Story could easily find himself being one of the fan favorites in Boston for the gritty and grinding way that he plays the game, similar to how Pedroia did. And as we look at the number 1 player who I believe is the most likely candidate to end up as the 2022 Comeback Player of the Year in the American League, it is the New York Yankees' DJ LeMay. I think that LeMay had a down season, and we found out later on it was because of some sort of injury. Going into this 2022 campaign, LeMay is going to be healthy. We know that he has been brought on by the New York Yankees several years ago to be a versatile player, playing multiple positions throughout the course of the week. And I also think that now in this season, the way the New York Yankees roster and lineup are set up, DJ is actually going to finally fulfill that role of being that utility player, playing all over the diamond for the New York Yankees. I think that third base, second base, and first base are obviously going to be spots that the Yankees have some players already positioned in. But we know that DJ LeMay has that capability and the versatility to really allow these guys to be able to relax and rest and not overwork any one of those 3 players, whether it be Josh Donaldson at third, Gleyber Torres at second, or Anthony Rizzo at first. Having this level of versatility in one player who is capable of playing Gold Glove caliber defense no matter where you place him, as well as being a batting champion no matter where you put him in the lineup, this is really going to be a player that absolutely brings value back to the New York Yankees. I think there's an opportunity that he's going to see more than 500 plate appearances this season, and that puts him in the running here for being the comeback player of the year. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your feelings on this down in the comment section below. who is the most likely candidate coming out of the American League to be Comeback Player of the Year. We already covered our National League contenders, so I will leave links to that video down in the show notes below. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and we'll continue the discussion there. Find me over on Twitter, JLaracuente19, if you want to keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire GLMG family with We Sibs, the Granny Geek, shown of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. For sticking around all the way to the end, I want to offer you a promo code on our website, baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off your order on our shop. Also, keep it locked in all season long as we continue to bring you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball.